Night Effects Projecx.
Marshall in town, tell them beware Marshall in town. Tell them beware Marshall in town. When the smoke clear, they will be gone. I will be there. This is
That was good.
That was way Marshall taking it back.
No.
Early 2000s. Marshall Town. Tell them where.
That's the worst presenter voice. Like, there are presenters out there that sound like that to you in your head.
That's one of them songs.
No.
Marshall Town.
No.
Back in the day. Back in the day.
Put on the cowboy boots. Howdy. Howdy.
No, D.
That's one of them songs.
That DJ that would last a week.
Oh. Welcome to the Fix Podcast, people. Episode 10. Yes, it's 10.
That's
we reached
awesome.
10. Hooray for us.
And I like 10.
10. Yay. So you don't know, so we had to make it a bit special for you people out there.
Double digits.
All right, before I introduce the guests, it's your boy Naro here with Ari. All right, we're here. Before we get started or anything, remember to support us on Patreon, patreon.com/nightlyfix. All right, if you feel to become a patron of our show, if you like what we do, you can always support through Patreon. All right, patreon.com/nightlyfix. All right, that's out of the way. We have a couple with us here today. I'm saying, are the cutest couple listening to dancer. So them say, I wouldn't use those words.
I think they said. I think their relationship goals.
So I wouldn't say
I think his relationship goals.
relationship goals.
Yeah.
That's all.
Hashtag relationship goals.
All right, if them say so. Wayne Marshall and Tami Chin in the building, people. They're here.
Wow.
The applause. See there? Ma have it.
Oh, yeah.
Hey.
No, it's bad.
I will fix everything.
Yo.
Yeah, look, you never get the round what's in applause. Right?
So I go on.
There. What's going on with y'all?
We're here. Happy to be here.
Thank you for coming. It's what? Should we tell them the time that they're here?
What I
So they have
mean?
to-
Why? What?
Well, you know, when it go up, probably they're not listening to it. But we're just saying, you know, you're coming away from your children.
True that.
So
we're
thank
always
you.
happy to do that.
Appreciate it. First of all, let's just acknowledge that you are no longer locked. So that's
Is it?
weird. So was it a transition based off your dad passing and
That was apartheid. That was apartheid, but it was definitely more personal than spiritual or religious, like what a lot of people would think. You know what I mean? Yeah, I just decided that it was time for change. You know what I mean? Like so much things changing around me. I just feel like, yeah, why not? Why not? You know?
Time I really feel about it.
Yeah.
Oh, happy for him. Like, that's his choice. I've never, been
So it wasn't
like,
a discussion like
yeah, I mean, we've spoken about it, when he was saying that it was something he wanted to do, but, I was just like, nope, I mean, whatever.
So you're just indifferent about it. You had no feelings about
No,
the
not
locks, or you
that
never
I was
hate it or-
indifferent about it, but that's his choice. Like, I can't be like,
don't do it.
don't do it or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, and he gives me so much freedom to be who I am. I mean, I think we're on to like wife 17 right now. I came up to it, I was like, wait,
Yeah.
wife number 17.
Yeah. When you have a wife like mine, you can't be afraid to change things.
Yeah.
She set the bar.
Can I be honest? Tami Chin really want to talk to you about Wayne just tag along. Can we don't talk to Wayne? I talk to Wayne, Ari. Tami Chin really want to
I actually said to it, I was like, why are you coming back? I was like, am I not enough?
That's not
Doesn't want me by myself?
Instagram like whatever flirt with Tami on
I know,
Instagram.
I
man.
love you guys on Insta. I keep saying that. I kept saying to it. I was like, they're gonna invite me soon. I can feel it. I can feel it when I can fucking feel it. They're gonna call me to be on the show. Then when it was like, yo, Nightly Fix invite we, I literally wrote back, we? How we drop into this. And even on the way here, I was like, what do I want to talk to we about anyway?
Well, I will just chip in when I'm needed. Or if I feel like,
Or if you
like
used
she
to
a
roll
go
me back.
So you
overboard.
have feelings?
Wayne, do you love
I
it?
don't know what I said there because it's not true. I wanted the both of you.
No, I'm a
whatever.
good man. Anyway,
It's
she,
fine.
man. Anyway, ask more, no,
Say what
ask
you will.
man.
I know y'all want to talk to me. Who controls the social media? Because that's who wants to talk to me. Naro.
So now you know why I'm here. I have a monitor,
says I'm a loose cannon. So
Well, before we
just
go
drink my
into
water.
individual, like just you brought out a song with Bounty Killer, and it's like on a gospel track.
Yeah.
So many people are speculating: are you going to be the next dancehall artist that baptize and?
You know what? At the end of the day, I'm a spiritual youth. Love God, celebrate God. My thing there, the top of the top. You know what I mean? So I'm not really to get I'm not really influenced by religion. I'm just influenced by the love that I have for the Creator, and me know my bread butter. Me know say the boss give me life.
Yeah.
Response for nature, response for health, wealth, all these things. So I'm trying to cultivate that relationship, but I'm also open, you know what I mean? So I don't assume that I feel like say I have all the answers or I'm where I should be spiritually. So who knows what the next chapter is, you know what I mean? But I'm staying open, cause you know what I mean? I feel like it's not the asking or the seeking, is the assumption that we have all answers that kind of causing problems, too much problems, no.
So why go into this direction though? Like, was it planned? Like you knew that you wanted to go?
But even the last interview was the same direction.
Yeah.
Cause if you didn't notice me, that I was always telling you that spirituality is when me there, you know what I mean? Like me I pray, and I know that's something around the corner now because it's a process, and I've been going through the process and adding things together. As the song with Bugle we were talking about was a very spiritually inclined song. It might not be big like Glory to God, but it was very like inspiring how it's set up and very divine how the parts came together. How it
Social media.
Right. So Glory to God to me was just more like of a validation now, or even another, you know what I mean, step towards the spiritual. And I kind of knew that the power was in it, not because it sounded good, but because of the way it come, the way it come and where it came together.
People concerned though, like they must say, yo, we ain't really got to turn Christian, going to church and preach and everything. Primary of all those people, scatter barrel probably, but it's a live way you do with it.
Yeah, no, well, me and him reason, and if you did watch it good, you could have say, there was a lot of common ground there too, you know what I mean? So, you know what I mean, it's not like, say, but my problem...
is a funny word.
Concern?
Concern.
No,
Like, you're concerned about other things.
Tom. We don't want him going to church because the church evil and like that was his really state of mind.
Yeah, no, man.
Well,
but
Wayne
me
is
not...
the best person to talk on those things. That's the truth. I mean, and I think if people, I mean, I've known Wayne for a long time, and he's always like that was one of the things that we could have these conversations. He's one of the first people who challenged me on what I believed, and I was so much into what I'd grown up believing that I never asked any questions. And I remember the first time, him and I had like a real conversation. I was like, wow, I never even thought of that. You know what I mean? Or I never even looked at it that way. I just took it for what it was.
So you were a believer and he was the one challenging.
He was super instrumental in me going asking on my questions. Own journey, and actually asking questions, saying, hey, do I really believe that? Like, what do I believe? Like, forcing me to ask those questions. And so maybe, people hadn't seen it in his music before now, but it's always been who he is, And so while it's surprising to me sometimes, like, to hear the questions, and because I know Wayne, and I'm like, oh, like, but this is you know it, and this is just manifesting. Yes, exactly, and it's so interesting, But I think he's doing a great job of like handling all the questions and the speculations and the assumptions, and just living his best life.
Yeah, but I say at the end of the day, my spirituality lead me to worship with anybody who is God, who I deal with God. So even if you are religious or you have your rituals or your thing, me know me I study, and me know me I deal with. At the end of the day, I feel like we share the same focus on the same
higher being.
Of the higher, you know what I mean, ultimate creator, you know what I mean? So I don't despise a man or judgment of a man who is in deep into him religion. I can sit down and even worship with him too. Because at the end of the day, me know within myself, so the whole of we are serve the same God. You know what I mean? So that's just me, you know what I mean?
Each of us have our own separate personal spiritual journey
and we have a God great enough to accept everybody's version and way. That's my belief anyway,
And it seemed like scatter the thing, like say the path you're going on, like you soon become Christian and become part of the church.
You know why? Because as soon as you say Lord or God, refer to the highest, you get boxed into a Christian.
Yeah.
So people without even reason with you are finding out what your spirituality is about. From you say God our Lord, them say our Father. Even
Thinking
words
of
like
Jesus.
those, them box it in and say, yo, I'm religious, I'm Christian, or I'm a Muslim, or whatever, you know. But it, for me, is I don't even like to say God, because the expansive, you know, being that I observe as creator is not, can't even name it.
Yeah.
You can't define it. You know what I mean? We won't be able to do that in this realm, you know?
So is the Christian community embracing you? Like, are you?
They are.
Come to fun in the sun. Like,
No man, they are, because you know the truth is, I could have scam man, but I can't scam God. And you see, there's something about the song.
But I really go to this church and scam people.
No, I never mean it that way. I mean the spirit where the inner the song, glory to God, is undeniable. True. That there is something in the song that is pulling you in and saying that there is a little bit more, or it does have that spirit about it. You know what I mean? And me know, because me sing it, I get the DMs, people telling me that you're chosen by God, and this song is helping me through this divorce, or helping me through this loss, or you know what I mean? Like literally, they're saying they're putting, you know what I mean, healing on the song. Yeah. When I was at the hospital with my father, people would stop me literally just coming out of stroke and say, I can't believe me I see you now. Because your song is the song I listen to morning, noon and night. And I really feel that it healed my bones and healed my body. And I was like, wow, this song is not a regular song. Not a regular song.
I definitely felt that with that song. This song would kill her though.
The song would kill her?
No, glory be. Right. I said this song would kill her though. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's a whole different, it's a different vibe. It's you know, glory to God is a more, you know what I mean, reverence. Then that you know what I mean, it's more slow, more contemplative.
It sounds like it could fit in anywhere really. Right. Or the song would Killer sound more like a church type song. To me, I don't really like them type of song that sound like a party at church.
I mean, each to his own, but then church need a vibes too. You can't just have this big slow singing, floor bringing. You know what I mean? You're going to have that time where you want to all of, and that's even a problem with the church where it's not inclusive. It don't have enough for the evolve man out there right now with them now. I don't know. It's hard for me to
tradition. That's how we used to do it in 19 how long. So this is how we're going to do it in 2018.
Right, and it can be boring for the millennials or for the young people who want a little more spice in them thing. And not to say that song is the spice where them need, but I just feel like we need to move with evolve with the time. You know what I mean? So we can bring in more people on that spiritual vibration. You know what I mean?
So it's like I started doing an album with Damien. Yeah. So is it going to be a gospel album or
it's
more songs along that vein?
Well, you know, at the end of the day, I am following the guidance of my creative spirit that I've always done. You know what I mean? So I have a wide range of songs that I'm working on right now, including, remember, Gideon Boot. Yeah. All them songs there, you know what I mean? So it's not like, say, I feel boxed in like I only have to try. And it's the same divine inspiration. I really truly believe that all of my songs that I've gotten is from this divine source. Like that's what I've been cultivating over the years in my musical journey. You know what I mean? Just that, because I always can know when a song is a serious idea and a serious vibe based on the spirit, the goosebumps, that little vibe they have it. You feel like a thing tingling when you get that vibe. Then that's what we musicians yearn for and work for.
So right now you seem like in a more evolved place.
Feel like incense.
Feel like we need to sage counterclockwise.
I mean, you seem like you're in an evolved place right now, where you know it's all about I guess spirituality, not Christianity, spirituality. So like when you listen to songs like Marshall in Town and all them old songs, they like you ever think that maybe I can do something like this again, or you know, like do something like well, no, you're not gonna do no bad man song, but like, you know, like girl song, or you know, like a party song or things like that. Like you think that you can probably channel.
Of course. Never think I'm gonna say, she gave me sweet, sweet love like the honey from the honeycomb, yeah. Oh yeah. So she gave me sweet, sweet love, and I never could I get enough, yeah. You understand?
We'll make sure Prince tell me what he said.
The whole of that, I want for that.
You better look at me.
You understand something? A portion of song, me have, man.
I just think
Portion.
it's just crazy that people, because he's done, or chosen to like jump into another genre, that it means that you have to stay there. Like, you don't do that to any other artist. Like, well, I guess you do it sometimes if a dancehall artist turn around and wanted to pop or something else. It's like, why are you doing that? Like, we're just music. We're allowed to do whatever we want to do. That's the truth. Like, we're supposed to be able to skip
I know
genres
where it come from, though.
and share that,
Because
and do that, and express that.
With you, when you did Frozen,
Jesus Christ.
people,
it's like, Jesus Christ.
Was there a backlash, like an intense backlash?
Yeah, but there are just some people who you just can't please, and it's like they need to have a problem. Like, I'm sure, like the comment section right now is well on.
She's all like, I'm Mr. Slave from South Park.
I don't watch South Park, but I hope he's funny.
You're funny for real. You're funny for real.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Oh my God! Why did I forget that song?
It was off-key sometimes.
Mr. Slave.
Mr. Slave. Want a wreath and a grave.
But I'm
No,
just
don't
saying,
watch it.
just like you should be allowed to express whatever you want. And then there's this whole, like you were saying, like there's a differentiation between Christianity, spirituality, whatever it is you choose. And, it frightens so many people from even going on their own journey, because people just want to lock you in. It's like them like, yo,
He's
I smell a Christian
control
over there.
I guess it's because glory be to God, and then he follow it up with this song with Killer. So it's like people are already ready to pigeonhole based on the two songs.
I say pigeonhole away. I mean, do what you want, but there's music coming, and I guess you just take the ride.
It's fair, but don't faint when I drop my thing.
Yeah,
where don't necessarily fall underneath the
Christian banner.
Right, because at the end of the
Christians
day,
may have a heart attack when you do,
Because them done off say, yeah man, we catch one now, we catch Marshall, and then they're gonna drop some. Backslide already.
I remember Tessie saying to me once, because she used to feel a lot of pressure from people, like she had to like people be like, you need for the gospel music, you need for sing for the Lord, this and this and that, and Tessie was like, why do you think that when I'm not singing, that it's not for that? Like, meaning it doesn't make sense to get in the church and resave the saved. It's better I do what I'm doing, and if my life then, it makes you say, hey, how is that working? What does she believe? And moves you into that direction, then fine. But meaning, like, even the other day when an article came out about, it's Tami Chin next, and it's just like, seriously?
Oh, she dropping.
Yeah, but even so, I mean, her story is her own, and a lot of people didn't even realize that Tessie was baptized back when she was like 20. Like, her relationship with God is on a personal note and her own story, but because she's not doing a gospel tune, then what? But it doesn't make her story less real, valid, or otherwise. And people out there are trying they're praying for her to do something that she made a choice on when she was a young woman. Like, get over yourself.
At the end of the day, God has designed us with our impulses and our instincts and our emotions. He gave us all these: the love, the sex, the guilt, the fear, the vengeance. Everything is God given and designed. So if we discuss these things in song, then it's fair game, because
I want to know though how nobody now say is Tami Chin next.
Them skip you and
Them right now, them say shit.
She got it.
Nobody with shit. Nobody not pray for me.
It's true.
I mean, it would be the next right question.
Maybe that thing say you're already there, like
It's
probably
all right.
there.
remember say a pastor and wife. Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Then good hands.
I will collect the offering.
You're already there.
They said that them been a contemplated for real.
Debit and credit card machine.
I heard that that's true now, that people, like, there are some churches that have credit card machine.
yeah.
I was like, that can real? Like,
There are some churches.
Yeah, there are many.
There are 99% of churches probably.
These mega churches they do have it.
card machine.
Yeah, well, why not? It's the way of the future.
I mean,
Are no snuggy? Like, when you go put yourself in there.
Yo, I know I've been there before, and I'm like, damn, I ain't got no money in my bag right now to give no offering. Like,
And then they say, oh, yeah, I only have
just make one of them.
Mix up with a 50.
I'll drop in like a Wrigley's.
Oh, you're wicked.
and no, so them are gonna pray you wicked.
Yo, everybody's looking. They're like, how much money should I give?
Based on how you look, how you be. whose wife you are. You're supposed to give more.
This is a love offering, okay?
You know what, Tami, the more I talk to you, you're very funny. Like, you're very funny. And I think that's most people don't really know that though, right?
Yeah, no?
People always have this idea that you're probably a little tighty.
Oh, we are talking about if you follow up on Instagram.
I do.
Let me tell you,
You're not running the
everyone
social
people
media.
I do.
That's the reason why Nightly Fix flirted up on Instagram.
I know when it's you. The spelling is off.
True.
I'm just kidding.
No, but yeah, most people don't. People have that idea, like
I mean, I get it. I mean, people naturally just, based on how you look, think you're a certain way. Mm-hmm. Whatever.
No, matter like Tami Chin, she comes off as very genuine.
Yeah,
very
she's not trying.
No,
because I remember I was watching your IGTV. I think the first time that you were doing your makeup.
Yeah,
and you're like, I don't know what this working about.
I'm
going to try. And I was like, that's so honest.
Yeah.
Like,
Said, Javi Vex says she know there. That Javi love it. We work with Javi, she loves you.
Yeah, she does.
She loves you.
And I was like,
we could have had mom talk.
And I said to Nara,
without week, I wouldn't like it.
I'm gonna give it to you in my segment.
I said to Nara, I know why Wayne love you. Yeah. And you think that's the let's go into the tone tonight.
I just said tonight, I was talking to Tessa and I was like, yo, because we'll cuss and we'll fight and we'll argue, but we'll laugh. Mm-hmm. Like, it's I don't know anybody who makes me laugh like Wayne. Like, legit makes me, laugh till I kind of almost pee myself. Like, and I'm like, oh,
them singing videos that you know do.
Yeah, no,
it's horrifying to the children, but it's hilarious.
No, it's not horrifying to them. It's very normal to
Nightly
them.
Fix keep telling us stop horrifying the kids.
I know that's you.
Stop
and
terrifying
the kids. They've messaged us again. But they don't know any better, but I think laughter has been like the great part of our marriage, like that we can laugh like so much, and I mean we laugh at everything, and there's no limits, you know what I mean, like, and that's the thing, like we're terrible.
And I think the lesson is for the kids, you know what I mean, when you have a partner you should enjoy them and bug out, and you know what I mean, like you don't have to be all serious and about the bills and about the structure and about the, you know what I mean, because that
it's there. I mean, it's part of life, and we just try to I mean, because you're also gonna have those shit moments where you're just like, why the fuck are we doing this?
Damn it, Willie, for bad one.
Yeah, that's right. And y'all don't have a machine, right?
Could I make some money now, James?
The bad word jar, just get fucked.
I just say it again. You remind me of some part again. You can't say fucking school, you fucking
I'm just glad you have to bleep nothing. Because it's very hard for me to keep it. I curse like a sailor. Like, even the other day we had an issue because the baby was like, Jackson was like, Mom, you said a bad word. And I was like, shut up. Like, you ain't heard me say nothing.
That's Javi, like we were on Javi's son, and she's like, Ari, shh. And I'm like,
yeah.
You said, oh crap.
Yeah.
And then I said, oh no, you can't say that around the kid again.
And then Javi busted about it.
Yes. I heard a good one the other day. Somebody said, what was it again? Blood cleanse. And I was like,
that's a new one.
I'm gonna work with that one. I can just imagine Jackson at school. Blood cleanse.
Miss Michelle?
Yeah. I'd be like, that's not my child. Enough time with the name, in a public. Masima says something and I'm like, you're gonna find me in aisle 5 in like 5 minutes, okay? But kids are just honest, and he's at that stage where he's noticing things, and he's just it's just like word vomit, and I'm like,
and just blur out stuff.
Like the baby is feisty, and I'm like, he's constantly telling people move, and his favorite thing is, like I said to him, Atlas, pick that up. He goes, no, mommy. I said, Atlas, pick it up, and he goes, no.
How old is it?
2. And then I said, pick it up. I'm not picking it up. And I'm like, where is this? How does he?
So my question is, do you beat? No?
Yes, I gillick.
Do you beat?
Spank.
I've actually started to chop them. Like, you just have to chop them every now and again.
Beat so like what the woman do the last
No, Wayne, you might roll me back on this one, but Wayne is who I call Sapsy.
Yeah.
Sapsy Popsy.
Yeah.
Him always a beg for the picnic them. Like, and I'm like, yo. Just
No, but when we get serious, them no say.
no. When he gets serious, I'm like, baby, you're turning me on.
Yeah, she
Ooh, we
gets
gonna do
too
it
excited.
tonight.
Yo, when we get
Yeah, be a man.
Beat him good.
Yeah, man, must have sound effects, you know.
She was a bomber class.
But we don't beat them like that. I mean, we don't have to either, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm a disciplinarian, you know. But I'm trying to learn to not be like, you know, there's this incessant need I find, like even in Jamaica, that we have like these. I mean, all over the world, but like you must be well behaved, and your children must say hello and good morning and good evening and da 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 da. And it's just like, yo. You know, sometimes you need
we
to
forget
just...
for those men and big kids.
Yeah, we need to just chill out sometimes, and not everything needs correction. Not everything needs you to, oh, I got y'all into mom talk. Sometimes we just need to make them a kid.
Before the podcast tell me that she picked Bugo, I picked them nose. I said, just chill out my mom talk, but that's not why we're here.
You don't know where this finger's been, man.
Yo, kids,
I swear I've enough
this
with
is the
Javi already. Like,
podcast I've
It's
ever
fucked
done.
up. It's like people don't tell you this shit.
No.
You know what I mean? They just don't tell you. And even if they did, you wouldn't believe them. Like, and then when they're asleep, you know, sometimes we and I are like, oh my God, like how them so nice. Like we made the best kids ever.
alright, time for go fuck.
And yeah, you don't want to know how that's going these days. You know, in the bathroom.
Yo, touch
You have a
I'm a killer job, that's it.
The worst.
No, kids will make you have to figure out where, when, how, like you become ninja. Like it's like
Sneak.
it's like a stealth fuck.
Yeah.
Roll back.
Yo, people, them tell us that after the code word.
Yeah.
The sexual
Roll
time right now.
So it's like, you think that you probably want more? No?
Yeah.
You want a girl?
Oh, I mean, that's like a trick question. I mean, my parents have like 10 grandsons. They don't have any granddaughters. And,
But your family's mostly girls, right? Because I see about lots of sisters.
Yeah, my generation, well, dad did both, you know, because he's a real man.
She have it a strong man bring girl. Oh, strong man bring girl.
No, that's never true. In history, that has never been the narrative.
But you know, no,
That's because men made the narrative.
but
Now.
the thing is that them always say like real asshole men in the back in the day
It's true.
get girls.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's
So
true.
look like
Retribution, yeah.
Wayne was a very
Well,
good
in that
guy.
case, if we get a girl, I'm gonna fuck somebody up. What you did to make me get this girl?
And that's why Naro not having any kids.
No, but we want more kids for sure.
What would be your relation, like your advice to, I guess, couples? Because I mean, a lot of people getting engaged and married and
Advice.
You
booed
know,
out.
my thing, male splicing, spend time before you take the big plunge and bring.
Yeah, we
and
were
bring.
together like 3 years
You know what I
before we
mean?
actually got married.
See me and come live with me are two different.
And we
So
lived together almost immediately.
you understand? You have to live with somebody for really truly understand him and get
As
them,
in,
you know?
immediately when they start talk or
Like the same day we started talking, I was like, I'm moving in. I don't know.
What?
Not true. But no, but we lived together pretty quickly. And we were together for 3 years before we actually got married. And
Yeah.
if I know everybody's like together for a year and expect to be married, and it's like, that is not enough
Yeah,
time.
that's a long
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
That's a long courting.
Yeah.
Enough people are jumping a marriage after 3 months, 4 months of
Yeah.
dealing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That no work.
I hate those
Yeah.
people.
That no
And we
work.
were
I'm
we
definitely
were lucky too
believe in
because
the cohabitating.
yeah,
early.
you must live together.
Yeah.
And then we had we were very lucky too because Wayne's son was like, Joe was like, what, 2 at the time? And then he was living with, meaning we got a chance to co-parent together as well. So I got to see what Wayne was like as a dad. And, to some extent, he got to see what I was like
As a mom.
mother, which was a blessing. I mean, you don't get to say that. I mean, before you have kids, it's like, I think he's going to be a good dad.
And he's the
Or,
worst.
I think she's going to be a good mom. And then it's like, oh, God, you suck.
Right?
You know,
And
I mean...
that became
And that's
more, he became more attractive to you.
Absolutely.
than the
Absolutely. And one thing I can say, not one, but one of the things I can say is that he's an excellent dad. Yeah. The kids love him,
You know that emoji there?
Tell me, ready for take back the compliment, man.
What emoji was it? And now your turn. And I am a
Silence.
amazing mom. No, please go. We can continue without you. I don't even think your mic is working, so it's fine.
I pray to God it's still work.
Right?
But no, I mean, being able to see that is good, you know. But as far as advice goes, I think the most important thing, and it's something that we even spoke about yesterday, is that, you know, people get caught up in their idea of each other or their future projections about somebody. Like, he would make a good. No, if him is not it, no.
He's not going to be
He cannot be it.
Wow.
Meaning you can't marry I'm not saying somebody can't change and evolve and grow into something, but who is he now? Like, and that's who you have to honor. That's something that we have to figure out all the time, because it's normal to be going between who you see somebody being and your idea of what they should be doing, and then just straight up who they are. And that can be tricky, you know. And sometimes what you're left with you don't really like, but you know, you should at least like the person for who they are. Like, and that's so cliche, but really, like, who are they? Not who you think he's gonna be, or, you know,
what you hope he's gonna be.
Yeah, because I mean, let me tell you something. Those vows, I mean, we've lived through every one of those vows at this point. Like, we know what it is to be through all of those things. You know what I mean?
Better for worse.
Better, worse, richer, poorer, sickness, health, whatever. I mean, like, it's serious, you know?
He says 12 years now, right?
We've been together for about 12 years. Yeah.
Married.
It's our ninth anniversary next month.
Really?
Yeah.
Congrats.
Thanks,
You
yeah.
know what them said coincide with the marriage though.
What's that?
You know what they said coincide with a union and a marriage.
What?
I'm gonna go back to something Marshall did say. Well, you did say that him steering a path. So people love to have it say, are you a Marshall mash up your singing career?
Oh, is that a thing?
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, like I saw when it started of the interview, so the people them say you mash up Tami Chin career.
Oh, yeah.
So them ask you now, so make sure say it's not a lying
It was
thing.
him. He did it. He said you better
Did Wayne
stop
Marshall
it.
mash up your singing career?
Hold on, true I bred you?
True, he bred me. True, he bread and butter me. I could not sing no more.
Not like that. I'm here
that's so
trying.
crazy.
I'm here trying. I'm late, you know.
Oh my God.
Well, no, man, I'm here trying
Wayne
get her
has
back
been
into
dying,
singing.
but you know, it's just, I mean, I don't even know. Matting did my shop. I didn't realize.
No,
I thought
because-
I just stopped. I don't know.
Because we were projecting you, or everybody was projecting you to be the next Rihanna, because you signed with Akon and Indie Frozen, and you're going
And you
to be
know,
the
one
pop
day I
sensation.
woke up and I was like, I don't want to do this no more. But that's so me, right? Like, I just shifted course. Like,
Really?
Because people have it say you got job, but you actually just walked away from the situation.
Twice actually. Like, I was signed twice, and both times I was like, I don't think this is for me. And a lot of people don't realize what that world came with, and I just wasn't prepared to, you know.
Divulge. Tell us, because everybody, as you say, everybody wants a deal.
I mean, I don't even know what it's like now, to tell you the truth. But back then, I mean, it just came with a lot of sacrifice. And, you know, at that point in my life, I was done, like, kind of giving up so much of my time and myself. And, I mean, I just was done. And I wanted to be a mom. I wanted to be a wife. I wanted to be an entrepreneur. I wanted to be an author. I wanted to do all these other things. And I think people have a hard time wrapping their head around the fact that you can do more than one thing in your life. You know, they feel like if this is what you do, that's what you do. And I'm very lucky to come from a family that said, hey, if you want to do 10 things, let's figure out how to do the 10 things. You know what I mean? I mean, I was a kid who was like, I want to do this. And my mother never said, no, but you have to choose one. You know? So I think they call it like a multi-potentialite. Like, they had to like dub it something.
Hyphenate.
Because there are people who are like that.
Yeah.
And even now, like, you know, I'm like,
Sorry.
That's when he used a
now.
big word. When he used a big word, he's
what word did I use?
multi-potential.
Multi-potentialite.
If that even is a word, I'm not even
Yo,
joking.
man,
It's a made-up term. They had to make it up for me. But yeah, I just feel like there is not enough room for people to change their minds, and it's not for any like major bad reason. Like, I just decided that wasn't the
So
path I wanted
Akon
to
wasn't
go
a
down.
good boss, is that?
He wasn't my boss.
Oh, but wasn't he
Yeah.
like instrumental in signing you at least the last
well,
time?
you see, this is the thing. Like, labor politics is so deep, and it's how things look and blah blah blah. But I mean, you know, But he wasn't like an idiot or asshole guy. He was a great guy. Like, meaning I enjoyed work. Meaning when I did what I did, I enjoyed it. But the minute that I stopped being connected to it, I have to shift. You know, because that's just me. You know.
So was it something that said, I just don't want to do this anymore, or it's just you just wake up really?
I just wanted to eat that donut. Wanted to have that burger, and I didn't want to be skinny anymore.
I admit that when you did the Frozen video, you were skinnier than
I didn't even realize
from
how skinny
what.
I was.
Yeah,
I mean, I go back sometimes and I'm like, oh my god.
So the label
like,
really had.
Is that a real thing? Like them say, like you have a.
No, the label didn't put me on a diet or anything, but and you know what's so funny about it? I did nyam, you know, really and truly, but it's stress, you know. Like it was stress. It was stressful, like, you know, having to, and then you're living up to everybody else's expectations. And you forget what your own expectations are of your own self. So, you know, when people throw out things like, you know, the next Rihanna or right with that, like, dude, I'm just me. Like, I don't come with these labels, expectations. I mean, anybody would tell you that's another thing about relationships. Like, drop your expectations or drop everybody else's expectations. Like, what do you want? And that's a hard thing to do sometimes. To then say, okay, what do I need to honor in myself? Like, what is important to me? It might not be what everybody wants, but I have to do what is right for me, and that's tough. And we need to actually help people to do that.
Wow.
And not do what, you know, they feel like they are supposed to do.
So Blow by Blow and every other project that you had, that was something that you wanted to do.
Absolutely. And let me tell you something. I will live my life that way for the rest of my life. I will be, you know, hopefully.
So you're not curious that you disappoint people? Like, not to cut you what?
Who am I disappointing?
Really? You had a legion of fans that, you know.
Yeah, but I still have so many people who follow this new aspect of my life now. And people, you know, so, and I might sing again. Who knows? You know what I mean?
They say they try to push her back.
Because I mean, she's born in a musical family, you know what I mean? Like sister, father, mother, everybody do music. So music is a part of her, I think, and music is a part of her journey. So I feel like when the right time comes. But I did fulfill that
part of my journey too. And like, I think a lot of people, including Wayne, have a hard time like really believing that, especially Wayne, who is so, like, he loves music on a different level. Like, he is passionate. And I was there too, but I had a shift. So our personalities are different in that way. Like, my passions change.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And we're never taught that that's okay. You get told that you must be an idler or lazy. This. But no, your passions absolutely change. You know what I mean? And
because
so,
look, even me, you know, me could have said.
Babe, why did you? I was making a good point.
Yeah, no,
you
but
stirred it back to yourself.
You know the master nightly fix fuck up the marriage.
There's always somebody, right?
I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. There you go.
I said that all the time.
Me and Marshall Tami Chin, man.
No.
Get the devil away.
Well, me did I say, like, you know, if like, say for instance, me, you know, me could have said, boy, John was you know, long me not sing a hit song, really, I go run the left it. But there's another school of thought where it's like, yo, keep knocking on the door, keep knocking, keep honing your craft, keep getting greater. You know what I mean? And then here it is now, I buck up on the biggest song of my career. Like, bar none, like, way.
You really feel so?
Yeah, brother, me just do an interview today with the guy who
there may be more, even you did mean the biggest so far.
That's what I said. To date.
To date,
Yeah, right. So, and it's after 18 years in the business. That's a big deal. You know what I mean? So you don't know. I'm here as a inspiration to other artists who are there now feeling like, yo, John Star.
And that happens a lot.
I'm going to run taxi, I'm going to do something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, you can keep knocking and weary and then brighter days ahead. You get what I'm saying?
Because I guess the question goes to both, because, you know, well, mostly you, because the music change constantly, and I guess dancehall, and I guess, but just like every other genre, looking for the new person, the new thing, the new star, I guess. So was it difficult? Like, you know, you said that it almost seemed like you were doing music, but it wasn't going to the masses.
Well, you know, as I said in the interview that I did, I was kind of just getting better, honing my craft because I wanted to do bigger songs. Remember me telling you?
Yeah, it's
say,
like you took the downtime.
Exactly.
Right.
Because there's a time when you have to specialize in what you wanted, especially if you want to do it for a lifetime. You really have to zone in and do your masters and do your thing and go, you know what I mean? So I really had to spend time. That take time and effort. And I can guarantee you, any of them artists here, we say them bad, we run the place, we have gift and talented, if them do pick up music and go down a music market and pick up some book and pick up 2 instruments and go and try knock and get lick. Them time that them are gonna kill people. Them time that them are gonna beat the road bad. I can guarantee you, it's not even a guess and spell, because the truth is, in a place like Jamaica, anybody will rise above bad. Because every corner, every district, every lane have a bad artist in there. So for you make a name for yourself, boy, you have to be really tough.
And
See?
it's a lot of people, right?
Oh, you mean everybody want to be star in Jamaica? Jamaica, this is just like New York have rapper. Jamaica have DJ and artist and singer.
And
you know what I mean?
3 million are we versus American
Right?
300 out there.
So you have to really bad. And if you get a break, that means say you're bad. If you go and specialize and go deep in a music, I know man make music, you know, music bigger than the whole away. But it's a craft, it's a science within itself. So if you study and go deep, I tell you, say, at them time that the world mash up, that Bob Marley them do, that Jimmy Cliff them do, that Peter Tosh do, that and any one of the greats them, Barris them, all of them can play instrument and do them
piano,
thing.
I used to be like this because I was just like, bang, bang, and I'd be like, oh, Jesus. And then, eventually it'd be bong, bing, bong, and I was like, all right, we getting somewhere. And then I remember legit, like, literally, I used to like, babe, like, you know what? I'm gonna have a baby so that you can so I can tell you it's nap time, and so you can stop. No, but he stuck to it, and I've never seen somebody determined like Wayne, like, meaning. Me never seen nothing like it in my life. I've never seen somebody, apart from like my father who plays music by ear, actually teach themselves how to play an instrument. Like, that blows my mind. Even though I come from a musical family, I've never had any interest in playing an instrument. But, I just watched him day after day, and I was like, yo. And then one day I remember just like,
hearing something beautiful.
And I was like, oh my God, Wayne, play that YouTube again. And I came in and I was like, oh my God, it's you playing. Like, I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh Jesus. And then he picked up the guitar, so we started bang bang again. And then he did the drums, and I was like, oh. But it proved to me that, like, and then I did see his music, like, become
transcend
100% better. And I was like, damn.
It's not special though to see the progression and the growth of something.
It's not always easy.
Yeah.
Even as a partner, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes, I'm sure there are times where I was like, shut up, I'm sick of that pong pong.
And then we just go a light on.
I used to do this. I'd be like, babe, play a chord for me. He'd be like, nah. No, babe, play a happy chord. How you feel about me? I only know minors, Tami. But this is the other thing, like, back to even that point, like, every artist and every person goes through, your peaks and your valleys, and people always underestimate or even want to, like, torture you when you're going through your valley, right? But, like, that's where you collect, especially as a musician, that's where you collect your material. That's where you write the songs. That's where you collect the experiences to go back up to the peak. You know what I mean? So I'm always like, I feel I'm always like, it happens even with Tessie. People are like, what's happening with Tessie? And I'm like, yo, can you honor the valley? Like, because when the peak returns, it's because of that visit there and that time there that can collect you. And it's true for all of our lives.
Yeah.
So I'm always
just give
people,
a word.
Yeah. Thank you, girl.
Preach.
Come on now. Find something for that.
Amen.
But the truth
She's
is
a master.
yeah, y'all got this shit wrong.
Amen.
What?
But that's not just true for artists. That's true
No,
for
it's
everybody.
routine,
And
right.
you know, I mean, all of us do need to honor the valleys. We do because
I don't think that's our culture.
no, but it's nobody's
no.
culture. Everybody wants, and when you're down there, everybody like, oh, she been down there a while.
I
Is she
hear
gonna
them
come back
not.
up?
Hear them when them
And
say
when you
that.
come back up, I knew
Hear them
it.
not. Yo, Marshall, you stop sing.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, dog, we just put out a song last week.
I'm wicked.
But was that supposed to motivate me? No, it was supposed to drop you into
Yeah,
a
and
deep
you have to be
hole.
aware of that.
Yeah, you have to be aware of how them come at you.
Mm-hmm.
You see me?
And you have to be aware of
because
the
you're a
lesson
big
in
man.
that too, yeah.
Yeah, it's just like people will say, boy, you get fatty. You know,
Yeah.
like, you know, when them see all a girl and say, they know what
talking
they're
directly
doing.
about me.
Because you're a big person, you know, say people don't really like them type of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Them know say you're gonna mash up this girl day, you know, with that comment
They
there.
didn't mash up my
I
day.
said that all the time. Like, I have a mirror. I know what I look like. I have a mirror.
Tami Chin insecurities are.
Zoom in. I'm fat. I know.
You're hot, babe. You're hot, babe. Oh, the glow, yeah. I see him so
Okay, I
loud.
look really good in the dark. Okay.
No, you should have said Bumba.
He got distracted thinking about me in the dark. Yeah, Naro, we know. Awkward.
So
but
that's
yeah.
where you are right now in your musical journey. You feel like you're at a.
That's just
valley
where I'm
space
in my journey. I'm not in a valley space. I'm just in my
That's what she
journey.
said,
You know?
not even
And
musical.
it's not. It's just where I am. Like I'm 35 years old. I remember when I thought it would be like a
Naturally
crime to
stated,
yeah, like please, dude. I go on Instagram with like the worst filters because I'm like. If I see another flower crown, I'm gonna shoot myself. Or another
that's
pair of
snap-
bunny
is that
ears.
snap?
Like
That's snap, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So I use the snap filters today. But you know,
Tami uses the worst. one.
I do because they're the funniest to me, you know? That's what inspires me. Like, that's what's funny. But I just think it's time that we, you know, we're just okay. You know, like, I'm never gonna be 25 again. Like, that's a fact of life. And thank God. But I mean, like I said, even just saying like my age a while ago, like, and you're like, you actually stated that,
Yeah.
like, dude, we're like, why wouldn't I? Like, we're on this journey and this.
I guess because she
it's-
looked good for 30.
No, some people would say.
You know.
Some people would
If she
say.
did mash up, nah, go there, so.
No, that's not true.
That's
That's not
Like
true.
Angela Bassett.
show off.
Like Angela
I'm
Bassett.
actually 45. I'm gonna start doing that.
Wait, so talk about that too, because you said that you don't want to be 25.
I don't want to
like,
be 25 again.
what
Are you
lessons
kidding
have
me?
you learned between that
What?
time?
25 was insecure. 25 wasn't sure. 25 was like, what's gonna happen? Da, 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 da. And 35 is like, no, really sure that everything always works out. All of that worry was worth.
Nothing.
I don't want to
I'm
swear
literally
again.
at that place now.
How old are you?
25.
All right, yeah. Everything you think that is like, trust me, it's all
Gonna come
shit.
crush
Like,
you
don't
down.
even worry about it. And if I could, and this is something that like I practice doing, like if I could tell my 25-year-old something, it would be, yo, you are okay.
When you learned that though,
Yeah.
was it this year?
Girl, I learned it just a minute ago. I learned it along the way. And
Yeah.
every stage, every year you get older, you'll be like, oh, yeah. It's so nice to not worry about that. So nice to know that's not important. For
Yeah.
real. Like, I've heard it, but so nice to know it. You know what I mean?
Because
But-
that's what everybody say. Like, I mean,
and men don't go through this nearly as much as women do because we're
They
so
do
shamed
not.
in aging
They
and
do
getting
not.
older and blah, blah, blah. I mean,
Yeah.
a man, you know, it doesn't matter. Like, even in the industry, like, men can go on for however
they're
long
distinguished.
to do.
When they're older, they're
Yeah,
distinguished.
and you don't
We're
see
like
nearly
old
as many
hags.
women, you know, touring as long. And I think we're going to see a change in that, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I think that has a lot to do with the fact that our passions change.
Yeah.
You know, and there's this myth that, and I think that's why for me it was like, you know, why I stopped singing was because I got pregnant. Like, women can be pregnant and have a career, like in
Cardi B.
anything, and they do. You know, not just Cardi
They
B.
say Cardi B ready
Beyonce.
back.
But
Sure, ready
even
back.
our local artists here,
True.
so many women who still have babies and still
Spice.
do the damn thing.
Yeah.
Spice around the
Cecile, I
place.
mean, come
You
on.
understand?
True.
You know, so that's like, no, that's not why. You know,
Okay.
and if I wanted to pick up and sing tomorrow, I would, but it's just not where I am.
Win was the same question, like 25 versus how old are you now?
38.
38. Like what you know at 28 versus 38 now?
Yo, so many lessons over the years. Wow. I don't know.
Different
It's
from
kinda,
men, you
yeah,
see?
it's like no. To me, it's a lot more like it don't feel so separate. You know what I mean? Because basically, I'm still doing the same thing, still doing the music, still trying to, be a better artist, be a greater man. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's some Super Soul Sunday. You know what I mean?
Whatever.
Meds, end up on that.
I thought you're always
Whatever.
spiritual.
The truth
Yeah,
is
no,
this.
well,
The truth is this.
no, because I don't want to go back to spiritual and we're done past that already. You know what I
always
mean?
may
It's
go
just
back
all
to
about
it.
growth for me. You know what I mean? It's all about growth.
So
and-
you were never a warrior? Like you never worry about nothing?
No.
Men are
When me at
truly
25,
different, yeah.
we are hot boy I road, just I go party to party and I do songs and I do music. Me and Elephant them a par. You know what I mean? Me and Bunty, me and Cartel them, Sasko, So it's really just evolving and growing as a man. Like I can't really look back at that man and say, boy, I want to learn from. You know what I mean? We just grow and we evolve and now I'm at a different stage. You know what I mean? Appreciating different things.
And that's such a lesson because men don't look back nearly as much as women. And so we as women live a lot either in the past or in the future.
Never know.
So, I think
Yeah.
men live way more future and present than we do. And that's a real lesson too. You know what I mean? Like, you heard the big difference in our answers. You know what I
Yes.
mean? And that is just the truth. Like, for us anyway.
Yeah.
At 25, I was just, a stress ball. And at 35, I'm learning to detangle all of that and unpack all of that. You know what I mean? But
Wow.
truth is this.
It gets better.
It does it? I don't know. I mean, you get better. Nothing, I don't think that anything necessarily changes. You just change. You change. You get better.
I'll take this in and then tomorrow something
Girl, I'm going to
happen.
give you my number.
I take this in and then something tomorrow happen and I'm just like,
It's definitely going to It's going to probably happen tonight to show up to kind of help you with the lessons.
yeah.
Who don't feel you know the musical landscape? Who not feel like uprising artist in the game right now?
Say Ragging King, of course. To him a chop the road, him a do him thing. Big time. The Moby artist, them a kick off
True.
go on with that thing. Me not like even TJ. I don't hear enough of him, but when me hear him in
From
tune
my
and him
ear.
sound good, you have a young youth Projexx upcoming now. I go on with him thing too. Whole heap of little youth are going with them thing. I just say Ragging King really step out and especially him commanding performance on some fest.
Yeah.
That was a big step in his career. A whole heap of youth. You don't know everything now. All them now come to mind right now. But a whole heap of youths are not gonna impress me out there. Nah,
There's a song I really love called "The Wheels on the Bus Go Round and Round, Round and Round." Mommy finger, where are you?
Oh no, sorry for me.
I'm not sure who the artist is, but I heard they're pretty big.
Can't just
So
imagine
that's
your
Tami Chin saying
household.
she don't rate nobody out there.
That's not true.
She's
Actually,
an
I did not
entrepreneur.
say that. No,
Sure,
I
you know
listen to music too, y'all. All right?
Which young can go on good? Even in
I
a
love
pop world.
Savannah. Me
Savannah.
personally. Like,
It's
I
a
song
love
Savannah.
her
It's a song
Like
voice.
Beyonce upon the song, I swear.
Yo, she bad.
She has a lightning to her for sure, but she just is her vocal.
Coffee,
Coffee,
Yeah.
amazing.
bad.
I quite like Naomi Cowan with that Sugar Plum song.
Yeah.
Paradise
see
Plum.
it. It's all coming to me now. See,
Yeah.
Little
Naomi.
secret friend that now.
See, I don't know. You can't call Tash Alexander a new artist.
Kind of. Well, not
Wayne, what about
She
Miss
a chap.
Kingdom?
She a
I
chap.
love
That new
her.
song, the name Bubble.
And her
Bubble.
performance
I like
at
it too.
Songfest was good too.
Yo,
I
she
liked
did
her
with some
performance.
basic.
She was one of the
text
better
her and say,
performers,
yo,
yeah.
a wagwan.
Miss
She
Kingdom.
bad. Jada
She's
Kingdom.
I love her.
Badass. We talk about
What
her
a
all the
voice.
time. And
What a writer.
What kind of Tommy said, yo, who this girl named Jada Kingdom? I say,
Yeah,
yo,
she bad.
A lie. From she reached
bad.
Tommy Radar, that means that she bad.
Because it's mostly wheels on the bus.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
Y'all don't
Jada
know.
have the quality. Jada
Yeah.
definitely have the quality.
Yeah.
You like the new, like you like the direction that Jamaican music going now? Like you like where it's at, where it's heading?
Generally, I would have said now because the beats them kind of, to me, kind of
Repetitive.
little bit, loopy. It's not really musical. You can't
Well, I
mix
think
like
it's time to open the doors too and let more genres in. You know,
I
like
say
the
let all-
Savannahs,
yeah.
like the Naomis, like the these young vocalists who don't necessarily want to do just reggae or dancehall, but they're like. It's a way in, and I get it, but I just wish that we'd open up our ears a little bit more, because we do it for everybody else. But the minute we do it, it's like, yo, you're trying to be this, and you're not trying to, and it's just like, yo.
I guess people, I think in that spectrum, like people want so much for dancehall and dancehall music.
I get it. I get it. But we as a.
But if you're gonna do pop, you have to make sure say the production can compete with
Absolutely,
pop. You
absolutely.
can't do pop and it one.
Yeah,
you know
but
what I mean?
you understand? That was good.
Yeah, me, you can't get around that.
Give something.
Too
then.
late,
But-
you're too late.
I think that artists should be allowed.
Yo, why you have like a latency point?
Is somebody gonna edit this?
Yeah, but then don't get me wrong, me not try for take anything from the youth them thing and them a evolve and them a do them thing, But
I
I
agree
feel
with
like we
you,
have
the
a ways to
production.
go for command back the world now. I make them know say, yo, we Jamaica, we same one, with the deal with the world wicked in our music and bring genres, fresh genres. We have to remember that.
Yeah.
So we own genres as a
that's
country
crazy.
and as a culture, so we can't just take everybody thing like we are not that. We are originators, we are
And
innovators.
it's not to say that though, but I mean, I think that we are exposed to a lot of different type of music, and I don't think that every artist that is produced out of Jamaica must do reggae and dancehall.
Right, and
Like,
don't you won't get a more
we
eclectic.
should be allowed to have the Adeles of this world too,
True.
and the Beyoncés of this world, and you get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's not just about just waving our flag in two genres of music, like.
But
you know
just
what I
make
mean?
sure the standard and the quality
Yeah, but
don't
if we
waver.
can open it
you know?
up to be accepted, then people would maybe dabble in that production more. I mean, you might find a producer who can, play the baddest, whatever, or like we just need to open it up and not let people feel
I
so badly
definitely
for
agree.
not doing dancehall.
Because I find that
Or
nowadays
reggae.
my ears it go
Yeah.
toward more eclectic sound. Like
Yeah.
dancehall, the usual dancehall sound just
Yeah.
bore me.
Yes,
And maybe dancehall
true.
is in its valley, so let's just honor it. Let's honor the valley.
I like that
agree.
there's like a sort of renaissance going now with these uprising artists where they're exploring different
Have
sounds
to,
and
man. Have
exploring
to.
Yes.
And they're
things.
exposed to all of it. Like,
Yeah.
YouTube is in everybody's hand.
True.
Like, you
But
can
look, and even
find...
glory to God, that beat, you can't really classify it as reggae, dancehall. It's more like bebop, hip hop,
Marshall
mix
really
up.
backed himself proud.
He's a pro. He's
And
a
the-
pro.
and even the music that I'm working on now is eclectic to the third power. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
as some off the wall, off the chart thing. Like and
So are you
normal.
you going to be mainly producing too, or you gonna leave that up to Damien?
Well, I'm always produce.
Okay,
Always
yeah.
produce. And most of the tracks is diverse too. Like Natural High, who do the Glory to God, have quite a few tracks on there. You have Baby G, you have whole heap of producers. I'm working with whole heap of
I'm
LE
going to produce
producers.
something. Yeah.
Tami Chin, I produced on
Yeah.
it.
I'm just going to produce them babies.
So I would have made that joke, but no one come off as a such a
Sexist.
Yo.
It's
Where
actually...
it's like, yeah,
we don't get to produce them
Tammy.
babies.
Produce them
I don't
babies.
know how.
I said, no, I do not say that.
But yeah, I always have a hand in the production still.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bring it back to myself.
When you turn it off loud, she gets it.
So are you.
I have one question that I've always wanted to ask you, Tammy.
Oh,
It's
let me drink
it's
some
kind of
water.
serious. Kind of serious, not really serious.
Mhm.
Just a little. Like with the Me Too movement that's happening across the world.
Yep.
And in dance, in music in general too, people face it, but I guess they don't really talk as much. Like Did you ever experience anything like that? I've always wondered with you.
You know, it was always there in the sense that, you know, people, men and women, I mean, they cross the line a lot. Like, you know, like I've found myself in positions where I'm like, I don't know if you should have said that to me. You know, more so in the States than here, I feel like. But, you know, here I was more used to how it was done. You know what I mean? Like, meaning it wasn't nothing for anybody to,
Babes, you're fat, you know?
or even for, you know, to try and do this or whatever. But I felt like,
Okobit.
you know, it's so sad that as women we feel like it's part of the process, and to the point where it's hard to even like
navigate,
or depict what was inappropriate or not, because we're so used to it, and that's such a sin, you know. The other day I was with my goddaughter at the supermarket, and you know, I go to supermarkets all the time, you know, as part of my wifely duties. And shut up, Wayne. And all of a sudden, like, there were all these boys around, and like, you know, everything was, and I was like, oh my God, what's going on here? And I forgot, you know what I mean? Like, because, you know, nobody all the time, no. But all of a sudden I was with, like, you know, a young woman, and all of a sudden all of these like little vultures just came out of nowhere. Yeah, they were like, and I was like, oh my God. And so normal for her already to be
ignore it.
Yeah, exactly. And so, you know, the same thing kind of happens to us as we move into our fields, that we don't, there comes a point where it's now we're having to be looking back and going, that was totally like wrong. Or, oh my God, I cannot believe that I was in that position. Or, oh, whoa, hold on, maybe that shouldn't have gone on. But because you feel like, you know, yeah. So, I mean, I guess in many ways I had my own moments about it, but nothing that I feel was as, you know, serious or severe as some women I hear, you know?
They never have to do nothing further yet.
I mean, no.
Like any producer will come to you and be like, you know, like, I mean, really like you and come on this reading now.
Like, okay then.
So like, I
get married. But no, I mean, it's just one of those things that, you know, I mean, that was so normal for that to happen all the time, that when I did find like producers who treated me more like their little sisters, I was more inclined to work with them and make the best work.
And they never make it weird. Know? I think that's when when you don't make things, when you put sex before everything else, you make everything else weird. Like if it should happen, it just should happen. I mean, I don't want fasten on no business, but when you do the song arguing, you know, arguments, like you guys weren't together then, right? No. But then, you know, were you pushing any vibe to her that you didn't
push what kind of vibe?
Like you didn't look at her?
Push the vibe.
She looking over.
She when I look me.
No. Not even true.
I believe you,
that
Tami.
pursue me hard.
No.
But in a neat way, you know, woman do them thing.
You know, do them thing, man.
I mean, I say, I want that girl that she throw herself at me.
Yeah,
Hashtag me too. That, ladies and gentlemen, is what happens.
But
it wasn't it great though, like when you never have that sexual like weirdness there, like it made
because you can just be friends and just build off a friendship. You know what I mean? And then where if it for blossom into something bigger and better, then you know what I mean, I'll power to you too. But when you build that foundation of friendship, it's much better for the relationship.
I can't forget out there.
No sexual awareness then.
You feel like rollback time of
Oh my God, there aren't any kids here. Can we turn off the lights?
No.
We spoke about the young artists. So we spoke to the two of you about bus the youths, and if you have no artists on one bus. Tami Chin, I'm not paying you any goddamn mind because you tell me foolishness. And you tell me say I have a song.
Whatever.
You don't talk about Projexx.
My song gonna get played.
Tell about the song. Tell about how you got introduced to the artist.
Well, Projexx is a youth growing away, and you know, basically, King Jammys, who was my original producer, is his grandson. So me know him as a youth growing up, and never know say I saw him did talented, and then know him branch out now and become an artist now. Me and him start develop build back a musical connection and thing, and him come play the song for me, and I say, that song your body, and we're gonna do some work. We're gonna work closely, in the near future. So I wanted the youth them when we sit on the horizon for going with big things.
All right, people. So Projexx, the song named The Vybz.
The vibes, the vibes, the vibes you bring into my life. Hey, pretty ebony, the way you feel, how you make it. No things get interesting. Caught you with my eyes, girl. Are you me want investing? Never wanna say bye bye.
All right, people. So that Projexx, The Vybz. Tell me what is your song?
Give it the Naomi Cowan then. Oh God, man.
I
What's
do
the
love that
artist,
song.
man?
I love
What's the
that
artist,
song.
man?
Wait, I play that song every day. Paradise Mom.
Paradise.
Silence. That's my favorite fucking line.
Yo, big up Naomi Cowan. She's a secret friend of the show. She
And
too busy for part for the show.
what a tone she has. Like, I love that. And years with no name, and I did not know she could sing.
Yeah.
Well, when
Yeah.
Colleen
I did
Davis
not
is
know.
your mama,
That's true, but then
And
I
And
mean,
I'm just like I
Yes.
said, she cheat.
No,
She
but
have
let
a
me
cheat code
explain
in her
something to
life.
you.
Yeah.
It passed
Jackson
down
Mitchell
genetically.
cannot sing.
But
No,
so,
lie,
no,
I
him
tell.
cannot sing. Him cannot
Right, I
sing. No.
tell you watch.
When
you
his
watch.
voice drop,
Him a go
Atlas
surprise
can
her.
sing.
Him a
Alex
go
can
surprise
sing.
Yeah,
her.
Okay.
Jackson, he will have to stick to spoken word.
Would you, well, you don't
Nope.
seem like that person, like you'd force your kid
No.
into doing anything. No, like you don't seem like you'd force your child, like said, the music. Yeah.
Member said, Jackson.
Here it
I
comes.
got
Tell me a point to win.
Here it comes.
Jackson, I can see about them interview. When him get bad, him I can say,
Oh,
Mom,
he
you never
cannot watch his
believe in
interview.
My mom never believed in me.
I believe in your son. I believe in
I
you.
believe in you, son. I
You're
just
going
don't
to
believe in you
find it.
singing.
She did ask about for the smoking rush.
I say,
Mom, I was-
So disrespectful.
he's probably writing a poem about me right now. But it's like 18 years in the future.
So that means that he's a writer.
Dude, I don't know what it means, right? But the point
No,
is that
spoken
he
word, so
can't
he's-
hold a tune like the baby can. It's just a fact of life. He's getting better, but it's not his natural,
So
Yeah.
you think he wants to be?
No, I don't think he knows what he wants.
He might
Right
not
now,
get
you know what he
body.
wants? A go-gurt.
They taste
He
good.
wants Bigfoot.
They taste good.
You know what I'm saying?
That's all the business.
Yeah.
That's all
What
he
is the
should.
next thing we're going
Yes.
That's all he should.
Yes.
That's all he should.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Yes.
Don't force
So-
your kid.
Yeah, whatever, man.
Yeah.
Let the kids be kids.
I thought that you'd probably be more like a stage mom and say, Jax, this is what we're gonna do. And
I'm a
we're gonna be
stage
on
mom with
Instagram
Tessie.
all
Do you know
day."
that anytime I watch Tessa perform, I have to sing every line like my horse, when I'm done. I say, girl, that note, they never know, man. I had to take it 2 octaves down. But I'm her stage mom. Like,
But she kind of live vicariously through
I do. I'm
Tessie.
like,
But you don't
You know what I
have
mean?
to.
I
You
know.
don't have
yeah,
to.
but no, but
She
you
live
know,
out her
like,
singer dream
I always
vicariously.
say, I'm
I
like,
see.
Tessie, if I gotta sing like, yo,
Yeah.
damn, like she always like impresses me. But like, there's this part of me that feels like I'm watching her stage, like you know the stage moms on the side. I'm like, yo, get those, come on, girl,
Spray
you can do this.
fingers.
All right, let's do this.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. When I first came on the scene, I was see you as the biggest star. Honestly.
Oh, don't know why, but
Then me say, yo, test.
yeah.
Sang.
She can
yeah,
sing,
yeah,
and
the
she
singing on normal
she
routine,
could
yeah.
sing from like little, like that was always okay. So that's back to what we're saying. Like that was her passion
Yeah.
for her whole life. Like you couldn't have asked Tessie from she was 5 years old. What you want to be? I want to be a singer. Full stop.
That's it. No.
And I'm over here like
I want to be a fairy.
I want to be anything. I want to be Wayne's wife. Who's Wayne? I don't know.
Oh, the spoken word.
I want the spoken word.
Wow.
Oh, God, enough kid talk.
Yeah. Don't worry, we're gonna bring it back again.
Let's play
There we go, press up.
You never put up a fight, no. You just know me like we do. We never had to say your word, not to sound. Silence, you, baby. You never put up a fight, no. You just know me like we do. We never had to say your word, not to sound. Silence.
So that Naomi Cowan, Paradise Plum.
Can you just play Wheels on the Bus one time?
Oh, for the love of God.
You know, said people, you're the only person who
Wait,
know
said
that
roll
because
back.
Paw Patrol is the thing. Paw Patrol and Peppa Pig.
Yeah, I love Peppa Pig, but I mean, the other day I took a Daddy Pig shortcut.
What is it?
I took a Daddy Pig shortcut. You see, you don't watch Peppa Pig, so you know what? I'm done. I'm done.
I watch it once. I don't
Yeah,
want
we
to.
have to graduate to that, because the baby now deaf
Well,
and
for the
wheels on
longest
bus.
time,
But then now,
then they get
eventually
to
now.
Peppa Pig.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Peppa Pig is like the
More, yeah.
Okay.
But then it's a funny thing because then I get an accent, so for like the longest time I was like, Jackson.
Dad.
And he was like, Mommy. And he was like, I was like, what's the name of Peppa's little brother? George. I was like, I don't mind this.
True story.
True story.
Great thought, though.
Yeah.
Oh wow, George.
No, he has a weird like American, Jamaican thing going on.
I ain't hear enough of them kids that grow
Yeah,
up
it's
with
because I
no-
watch too much TV star.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I
Too
can't
much
teach you
YouTube.
everything, But the other day I was bathing him and I put him in the bathroom. No, Mommy, this water hot.
That's definitely you.
I was like, it is.
Kid talk.
The better to bathe you with.
Let me say, my song is Cashh, You Deserve It. Yeah,
Oh, all
he's
right now.
An English Jamaican.
Oh.
And him up pretty well, yeah. That's a new song. So Cashh, You Deserve It.
You don't need no favors. You don't need no favors. Feel sorry for the neighbors. Everyday celebrations. Yeah, celebrate cause you know you deserve it. Celebrate cause you know you deserve it. Hear me now.
I be still screaming, move, and bad mind in the room.
Alright, so that a Cashh, you deserve it. Yeah. Somehow Tami did not apply that to Wayne a while ago.
Ooh, what?
You deserve the problem.
Haha, I like that.
I don't get
We
it.
deserve it for true.
What do you deserve?
You want me to talk it out? You want me to talk it out?
Yes.
What's
Just,
your
just a
song?
roll back when you're ready.
Roll.
That I mean, episode.
Roll back,
Roll
bitch.
back, that's it.
Alright, my song now. Jane Macgizmo, big up yourself. Your name is still weird to me, but I love this Jane Macgizmo. Yeah, she said she getting it.
I wasn't there for the interview.
Jane Macgizmo.
Video games.
Cool.
Macgizmo.
All right now.
Yeah. But that song I name One Away of Fire. I like the song. Jane Macgizmo, big up yourself.
I told him wanna away. War up, broke from time you up here. Wanna away. Don't run away, come in, need you be still. I wanna away, me just want. Be up and it up, I wanna away, me just want you. Be up, snap it up, I wanna away, me just want. So you can't get enough in the middle of the night. You do me body right.
That Jane Macgizmo One Away. I like how she get grimy on the chorus. Like it. Jane Macgizmo, big up yourself. You and your two big friends. Give thanks to our guests for passing through. Wayne and Tami, big up on yourself. Where people can follow on social media.
Tami Chin Mitchell, TamiChin MITCHELL. Yeah, I'm extra.
See Tami Chin on
That's
our
a lot.
wonderful adventures.
Yeah,
Mom adventures
come
of
join
Tami
the
Chin.
fun, peeps.
You should have your own show. If you have a
Yeah,
teacher,
serious.
Yeah,
like I saw that you're doing a YouTube thing. Like,
yeah,
still
can you
have
give me a show? Tamale Fix.
You know, you can.
Wayne, you notice they haven't asked you.
If I have a show,
I'm just saying.
yeah,
Remember
but
that
then
whole we conversation? really be that one.
Tell you know it has started, no. Nightly fix mash up Tami Chin and Wayne Marshall.
I rebuke that.
I'm not
Anyway.
gonna rebuke you again.
anyway, them can find me on Instagram, Wayne Marsheezy. The hacker them lick me off of Facebook.
Yeah.
Frig up star.
Twitter.
We have one
I
friend.
heard.
Wayne_Marshall on Twitter.
It was
So-
scatter.
Yeah.
Listen, I like to start
It doesn't matter.
Oh my gosh.
Can't joke them.
I'm learning from Wayne.
Oh gosh.
Oh, okay.
Wait, that's it? Wayne
Yeah, Wayne
Marsheezy?
Marsheezy.
Way more cheesy.
And on Twitter, Wayne_Marshall.
Oh,
On Twitter, people still tweet, eh?
yep.
You never know, I want
No, I
to.
haven't
Twitter
been
is
there in
like a whole
while.
subculture.
I'm gonna work on
like
my
don't
tweeting.
no
don't do it.
No,
It's a cesspool, man.
it's a horrible
Yeah,
thing.
Jamaican Twitter. It's a cesspool.
Like you just want to say one thing.
Much like our comments.
I
section
might
on
be
YouTube.
I might have too much to say to be on Twitter. Actually,
Mm.
yeah. I might just have to stick to the gram.
Maybe it's good for you.
I see
Because
like
Twitter's
more
controversial.
I see my more Jamaican artists tend to gravitate more towards Instagram more
Instagram.
than Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some of them
definitely.
can't chat with free.
Definitely from what they are Instagram away, it's all like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, you can put everything on Instagram, really. Yeah.
It's true. Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess you can do it. But then, it's just because you're just so light and airy and fun, you shouldn't be a part of that cesspool.
Light, airy, fun.
You shouldn't be a part of that
I
cesspool.
want you guys to start calling me auntie, okay?
No problem. Auntie Tami.
Auntie Tami, huh?
Do it. That can be the name of the show.
We can make it a
Auntie
thing.
Tami.
We can make it a
Antimata.
thing.
Auntie what?
Antimata.
We can make it a thing. Are you going to do the after something? No.
Can
Okay,
wrap
alright,
up
okay,
this?
alright.
Jeez.
Wrap it up, kids.
I know it's our problem. Alright, people, you can follow me EDOTNARO on Instagram and on Twitter when you can find you.
You can follow me at ARIHAMMOND on Instagram.
People, follow us at Night.
They're gonna see third.
Follow us on Nightly Fix at Nightly Fix across our social media channels, Twitter, Instagram. Subscribe to YouTube channel, people, youtube.com/nightlyfix. Subscribe. And make sure if you want to support us, if you want to become a patron, support us on patreon.com/nightlyfix. All right, people, we're gone. Kiko, that's some usual
Yeah,
up already.
on the radio.
Maybe we can set up a Patreon account for the next baby.
Yeah, the friend for knows that people that support you.